Is Will Campbell poised to be the next first-round offensive tackle out of LSU? We're going to talk about it here today. Really appreciate y'all tuning into Rogue Football. I'm your host, Jordan Lugo. If you've been enjoying the content here, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. So talking about Will Campbell, the offensive tackle, left tackle out of LSU. He's 20 years old. So all the tape you've seen of him is as a 19-year-old over the last two seasons. Does not turn 21 until January of 2025. An extremely young prospect. Now let's talk about where he wins, where the questions are, all that good stuff. I want to start it off with saying length to me may be an issue for him. I think overall his length is average to below average, probably right around that 33-inch arm length mark. And the more and more that we progress in this modern NFL, you are seeing edge players that have longer and longer arms, freakier athletes out there. And so I do think length may be an issue for him at the NFL level. You also have the goofy stance situation going on, which to me isn't really an issue, but I know some people worry about that. He may be able to overcome his length issues with his other outstanding traits, of which there are many. But to me, I want to get it out of the way. It is possible that he will be best at guard in the NFL. We'll talk about it. He's listed at 6'6", over 320 pounds, right? In 2023, guys that kind of gave him problems: Dallas Turner, a first-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings; Jared Verse, another first-round pick. These guys gave him issues a little bit. Dallas Turner with his length, his hand-fighting ability, the ability to bend, get first contact against Will Campbell, and then show that speed to the outside arc. And then Jared Verse, he caused problems with his speed to power. But again, in 2023, this is a true sophomore we're talking about, a 19-year-old. Of course, he's having a little bit of trouble against these first-round picks. Guys that are more experienced, guys that are ready to take their game to the next level at the NFL level. And, it's not like he absolutely got crushed by these guys. He won plenty of reps. But there were reps where you saw Dallas Turner and Jared Verse give Will Campbell some issues. But again, 19 years old, true sophomore in 2023, allowed 17 total quarterback pressures and 0 sacks on 491 pass pro reps. Very impressive overall from a statistical standpoint. For the good stuff from what you see on tape, his movement skills, in my opinion, appear off the charts. His lateral agility, his flexibility throughout his frame, the vertical explosiveness, all that stuff, awesome. He can mirror movements. He can latch onto you once he gets hands. He can move with you horizontally, vertically. He can make it so you're just stonewalled at the point of attack as soon as he gets his hands in the right spot. His feet are really quick, shows the ability to quick set and also vertical set. I have no questions about the athleticism of a Will Campbell. He has great balance as well. A guy that does not end up on the ground very often. A guy that, even when he gets out of position a little bit, can use that athleticism, that lateral agility, that balance, the core strength to get back into position. Shows a strong anchor. He's got the flexibility to really anchor down and the strength throughout his frame. Again, highly coordinated athlete from head to toe. As a 19-year-old, he looks like an extremely refined football player in most areas of his game. He's a good hand fighter, always reworking to get those hands in a good spot. With all the current tape being as literally a 19-year-old or an 18-year-old, there's definitely room for growth in the consistency department throughout his game. But most of his reps are high level, and most of those high level reps are super impressive. Plays the game smart, but also with an edge. You see him playing to the whistle, sometimes through the whistle a little bit, which you want from an offensive lineman, no question about it. To me, he is going to be scheme versatile. I think that he can probably thrive at tackle or guard. He's extremely effective in the run game and at the point of attack and in space, right? Shows the ability to frame up blocks well. Has that strength throughout his frame, as I mentioned. Like, it's not just upper body strength, core strength, lower body strength. It's throughout. He's got it all. Ultimately, I think he may have plus starter to Pro Bowl upside as a tackle, but the floor of an adequate starter at tackle. I think at guard, I think there's all pro potential. I would have a hard time seeing him not succeed somewhere at an extremely high level in the NFL. I think he is just too talented, too athletic, too flexible, and too hard of a worker. You can tell that he's put in the work as a hand technician, a smart football player. You cannot forget that this guy is only 19 years old on all the tape you've seen, right? He's 20 now. He's going to be 20 throughout the entirety of the 2024 college football season. He still has a lot of potential within him. So you could see some of the issues that pop up on tape more refined. You could see him more consistent in 2024 than he was in 2023. But the arms are not getting any longer. And his opponents at the NFL level are going to be freakier and freakier, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for Will Campbell. I certainly have a first-round grade on him. It'd be an early 1 at guard, early to mid 1 at tackle. That's kind of how I view Will Campbell at this point in the process. Really appreciate y'all tuning in. Would love to know what you think about Will Campbell as a prospect coming out of LSU. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. Drop a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Y'all have a good one.